time to start the official morning show. I'm Missy Chrissy on your radio. And of course, I'm also joined by Gary, Mr. Smooth, who is also in the building. Good morning to you, Gary.
Morning, Missy.
What's going on?
I'm doing good.
It's
Welcome.
good to... Well, thank you. It's officially my first day here holding Ian. You know what I mean? And it's definitely good to be in the building. You are listening to K105 as well as Hot FM. And of course, we're also live on GBN TV. So it is officially the Good Morning Grenada show.
Wow.
Yeah, what's popping?
Well, hey, just happy to have you on, and we're going to make it happen. Fun fact, or little known fact, it's not the first time we're working together, Missy.
It's not. That's true. You have to jog my memory now, but I definitely know we've done so many things together before.
We go as far back as maybe 2014?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. So welcome back.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Together again.
Hey, sounding like some gospel there in the morning time, boy.
It's all good. Well, tell you what, Missy, we're going to get a show on the road. Like I said, welcome. It's your first day, and it's a pleasure to have you with us. We're going to make it rock this morning. We got the news coming up. What else you got to tell us?
We definitely have the news coming up, and of course we're going to dive into lots of other conversations later on in the hour. Guess what? We're going all the way until 9 this morning, and of course it's Missy Chrissy as well as Gary, Mr. Smooth, in your company.
Definitely. We got a COVID-19 update. Well, it's not an update of sorts since it hasn't been updated since May 27th. But Missy, go ahead and spell that out for us.
Definitely. Let me just make sure I can pull it up. I'm getting acquainted to everything that's going on here. You know what I mean?
Take your time. No rush.
Things popping up, things disappearing. You understand? So if you have it, you can...
Okay, sure.
Yeah, okay. I think I have it now. All right. So for the COVID-19 update, which is as of the 27th of May, we have 50 new confirmed cases. There are 14 current related hospitalizations. And of course, the test positivity rate is 12.9%. We have 0 deaths as of the 27th of May and 142 new recoveries. That means we also now have 599 active cases, and that is of the 27th of May. So that's 3 days ago. We're looking forward to a more updated COVID-19 update. All right, so we're having a little difficulty hearing Gary here, but of course, this is your morning show.
Yeah,
man. Here you go.
Fingers crossed we're going to get an updated COVID-19 by the end of the day. We're going to jump straight inside the word of the day. I'm going to let you do that because, like I always tell Blossy, that we all about. Go right ahead.
The word of the day is junket, and that is Junket, junket. And junket refers to a trip that is paid for by someone else, such as a promotional trip made at another's expense or an official's trip made at public expense. So an example of using junket in a sentence: the cast of the widely acclaimed movie is making press junkets to major cities. Another example: the officials are being criticized for going on expensive and unnecessary junkets to foreign countries. So that is your word of the day, junket.
That last sentence there, kind of rings true right here in Grenada, but we're going to move on now.
You're trying to juke the thing, I don't know what you're trying to juke this early morning. Hey, Gary.
Oh, man. Hey, don't forget, we've got, of course, your Reddit that comes your way in a short while. We've got your thought of the day. I'm going to jump straight into that. And it's a very simple, straightforward one this morning. No one is perfect. That's why pencils have erasers. To the point.
I like it.
Ever wonder why pencils have erasers, Missy Chrissy?
So that I can remove if I make a mistake.
There you go. And such is life, right?
Such is life. That's just what it is.
Don't get too worked up. Don't lose sleep over errors, over mistakes. We learn from them. It's life. And, of course, treat it as a stumbling block that you learn from. All right? As you go about your day today, have a blessed and productive one indeed. So we're on the inside. Big and bold. It's the morning heat. Yours truly, Gary, Mr. Smooth, Missy Chrissy.
Yes, indeed. We are getting ready for the morning edition of the news that's going to come up for you in a short.
So we're going to jump inside of Did You Know? All right, Missy?
What was that?
Did You Know? That's another.
Oh, the Did You Know is right now?
That's Seggy right here.
Oh, okay, because I know we do have to jump to the news, but definitely we can do the Did You Know. Gary, you want to take it away?
Yeah, man. Crying is good for your health, you know. I don't know when is the last time you pass a little salty tears, you know what I mean? It flushes unhealthy bacteria out of your body, and it helps in strengthening your immune system and relieving stress. So the next time you feel the urge to cry, go ahead and cry, man. It's healthy, all right? It helps relieve stress, it strengthens the immune system, and of course it helps flushes unhealthy bacteria from your body. So ain't no big thing if you cry. In fact, there is only good that can come out of it. All right, we're going to jump inside of your riddle of the day as Missy gets ready for the news in a short. Of course, the riddle of the day comes to you courtesy of our friends at the computer store located in the Spiceland Mall. Now, the first person to submit a voice note and a photo, all right, with the correct answer, of course, that's important, gonna win yourself a computer mouse from the computer store. Nice, trendy, fashionable computer mouse from the computer store. All right, so that's what you're winning here this morning. And the riddle for this morning is, what has 13 hearts but no other organs? Once again, what has 13 hearts but no other organs? You think you can figure that one out, Missy?
I don't know. That one is a hard one.
The toughie?
Yeah, that's a hard one. I can't figure it out. 13 hearts. I mean, all animals have one heart, so I don't know. That one's a little tough for me.
There might be an animal out there with 13, but I'll let you try to figure that out, folks, as Missy dives into the news. When we come back from the news, we're going to find out who are the official smarty pants this morning. So let your mind continue to percolate on this one a little bit, and we'll have Missy take it away into the news. Right, Missy?
Yes, let's do it.
Here's Roderick relaxing.
Cool Kids, in collaboration with the Grenada Private Primary Schools Association, presents the 2022 Fruta Cool Kids Private Primary Schools Championship, June 2nd at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Starting time 1 p.m. Adults $20, children $5. Additional sponsors: Ministry of Sports, National Lotteries Authority, Flow, Digicel, and Glenelg. So make it a date. June 2nd. It's the Fruta Cool Kids Private Primary Schools Championship. Don't miss it. Miss it.
Total is one of the world's largest oil companies with a top quality line of lubricants. Total Lubricants has a full product line from passenger cars, motorcycle, heavy industrial equipment, mining, trucking, agriculture, and manufacturing machines and vehicles. Total Lubricants, winning championships in motorsports, including Formula One and World Rally Championships. Total Lubricants are available at all Rubis service stations, leading automotive shops, and distributed by Huggins.
Police are hoping that an update will soon be given to the family of 22-year-old Kimon Bell and the Grenadian people regarding the outcome of investigations into the death of a Woburn resident. The first part of the process is complete. More in this Reniper Thomas report.
The Grenadian people may soon hear the results of the investigation surrounding the death of Woburn resident Kimon Bell. A two-pronged investigation into the incident commenced after the Coast Guard ran into a boat carrying him and another occupant on Sunday, April 24th. Now the investigations are complete and the next phase will be decided by the Director of Public Prosecutions. Officer attached to the Community Relations Department, Corporal Kadina Douglas McLean, spoke with the GBN.
In relation to the investigations surrounding the boating incident, from the RGPF standpoint and also from the Regional Security Systems, the RSS standpoint, investigations were concluded from both arms, and the file is being prepared to be submitted to the Director of Public Prosecutions for his review and directives. So once this is done, we will provide an update in the not too distant future.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
The reasons teachers and lecturers took to the streets on Tuesday vary from regularization to payment of increments and payment of pension. The Grenada Union of Teachers is sounding a warning that it will not relent until the legal rights of teachers are satisfied. Cherry and Blackman Stephen reports.
We shall not be voted Come election day, we voting them away. Yeah. We voting them away. We don't making joke.
The Grenada Union of Teachers took to the streets of St. George protesting for what they say is social and economic justice.
Teachers are permanently temporary for a long period of time, and today the teachers are saying enough is enough. The Grenada government, the Ministry of Education, they promise regularization and upgrades by January. Come January, the Prime Minister of Grenada make the public pronouncement that by March these teachers will be upgraded and they will be regularized. January gone, February gone, March gone, April gone, May going about the business, election coming and go, and yet still these people, they have never regularized our members.
Jude Bartholomew says teachers, some of whom served for more than 20 years, are still temporarily employed.
The teachers from TAMCC 2020, the government, the Ministry of Education said that by February these teachers are going to be upgraded and they're going to get their money. Up to now, February gone, March gone, April gone, May gone, and June will still gone. Up to now, these teachers have not been upgraded, they have not been compensated.
He said teachers adhered to government's call to upgrade themselves, and to date, no remuneration of what is due to them.
They went to the bank and to the credit union, they took their loan and everything, and yes, they were successful with their bachelors and masters and TAMCC, and up to now, it's just a rigmarole and running around and all those things. Is that fair?
Bartholomew sounded a reminder to the new National Party-led government that general election is weeks away and that their action or inaction may have dire consequences.
These are the same people that the government, Prime Minister, the Ministry of Education, the Minister of Education is calling upon to vote for them on election day. But up to now, these teachers cannot be regularized. They cannot be upgraded. And what we're saying together, enough is enough. No regularization! No regularization! No regularization! No upgrades! No upgrades! No dark salary! No dark salary! No pension! No pension! No pension! We don't making joke.
The GUT members were hoping to enter the botanical gardens, but police cut their plans short by closing the entrance gate.
We're not making joke for our pension. We're not making joke for regularization. We're not making joke for upgrades. We're not making joke for anything. Vote for NNP.
Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
Two reports, 24 years between each other, have pinned a Grenadian Catholic nun who headed a children's institution to major allegations of abuse occurring at various homes. GBN has been speaking to local Catholic officials on the perceived backlash, as the same named individual was also instrumental in the establishment of a home for girls in Grenada. Jared Joseph has the details.
As public outcry and outrage over alleged abuse at children's homes loom over in neighboring Trinidad and Tobago, Catholic Bishop of the Diocese of St. George's in Grenada, Clyde Martin Harvey, has further confirmed the connecting dots to Grenada.
The fact is that 2 years after she was removed from her position in Trinidad, she came to Grenada and she established what is now a school for girls, mostly teenagers, and that is down at Grenada.
The 1997 SAPGAI report and the recent Justice Jones report surround findings of a culture of abuse involving children and adults, particularly pointing to the St. Jude's Home for Girls, which was headed by Grenadian Catholic nun Sister Dominique Javier. Bishop Harvey, noting the connection via Sister Javier, now deceased, who was identified in the 1997 SAPGAI report, says the church does not envision any impact that Grenada should be concerned about.
So immediately the thing moves on to a different plane, and I think it's up to the Trinidad authorities to decide what can be done now. Not about her, she's dead, right? But about the situation of the care of children in homes of that kind in Trinidad.
The Catholic bishop is, however, inviting citizens to come forward if they have clear charges on such situations occurring in Grenada.
I've had no reports of anything happening there, but she spent a few years reopening that home, running it, and it is still in existence, but she went back home to die, went back to Trinidad to die. So I've had no reports about that particular institution, either while she was there or now that it's still functioning.
He says society as well as the church need to understand the change in era.
And that applies not only to these homes, it applies to families. In a family 20, 30 years ago, and the SAPGAI report is 25 years ago, in a family 20, 30 years ago, you beat your child, nobody ain't telling you anything. Now you beat your child and the neighbor here, and the neighbor calls the police and accuses you of child abuse. So we are changing. And I think one of the challenges, because there are churches, for example, which still say, spare the rod and spoil the child, which is not what the scripture says in the original meaning.
Bishop Harvey says, despite the negatives, he is proud of the work that is continuously being done by the Catholic Church. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Do more with your new GUT Credit Union Visa debit card, which gives you access to your cash at any Connex or Visa certified ATMs locally and internationally. Make your payments with a tap of your card using the contactless feature and have the freedom to make purchases locally, online, or overseas whenever you travel, anywhere Visa is accepted. Experience the enhanced security fraud protection through the Visa chip technology. If you don't have your new GUT Credit Union Visa International debit card, speak to any one of our representatives today to do more. Your new GUT Credit Union Visa International debit card, a smarter way to access your cash. More smart, more secure.
Tired of changing your baby's clothes? We have the perfect solution. Sleepy Denim Diapers, giving you that fashionable denim look throughout the day with the same soft touch. Look cool, look hip, rock in style with Sleepy Jeans.
Distributed by Sleepy Diapers Grenada Limited, Loafers Lane, St. George, and available at shops and supermarkets island-wide.
I'm a cool kid, you're a cool kid, we are cool kids, are you a cool kid? Try all the Fruta Cool Kids flavors, it's a whole box of fun.
Leader of the Power Party is contemplating challenging the election date set by Grenada's Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell. Chrislyn attended the official launch of the country's newest political party on Monday.
So today saw the launch of the newest political party on the island, the Power Party. It was a launch unlike any other, where members of the media was invited on board the Shadow Marks to hear the plans and aspirations of this new party as Grenadians prepare to go to the polls on June 23rd. Despite not having a full slate of 15 caretakers, Power Party political leader Andrea Rapier says they are ready. She explained why now and not wait later for the party to gain traction, as most believe they should. The entire team, however, will be released on June 4th. Some of the members include Rapier, Ian Roberts, and Orisha Joseph.
We looked at the campaigning landscape. We found it to be insulting to the people and the potential of the country. We believe that political parties must earn the vote of our voters. Therefore, political parties must be required by our electorate to deliver promises and how they will deliver that. What is the vision for the country? Music and dance and liquor does not sell the vision. It does not develop our nation. So Power wants to challenge the political process and bring value and content so that Grenadans know exactly what they're getting.
Based on Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell's pronouncement, June 23rd, 2022 is the date set for Grenada's general election. Political leader Andrea Rapier says they are contemplating challenging the election date. Here's why.
Under consideration right now, we think our constitution should be respected. And when we lose the right to vote, we are on the verge of losing every other right. If we look historically on a global level through history, we find that when any groups of people have earned the right to vote, it has been the gateway to prove that they are respected and their human rights will be preserved. When we allow that to be threatened, we are allowing our human rights holistically to be threatened. As Power, we have a responsibility to Grenadian people to ensure that that does not happen. Unlike the current opposition, we are gatekeepers of our nation. We are taking that responsibility. So we are investigating that with legal counsel, and we will take the necessary steps to make sure that if there's wrong, it will be righted.
Rapier notes that based on the present trajectory, Grenada is not on the right path. Ian Roberts explains how they intend to reach the electorate.
Very careful to divulge exactly how we're meeting the people. But we do have a strategy that is very effective, okay? And we are meeting the people personally. We're not in the wide open as the other folks are, okay? But we're meeting them indeed, and we're closing the sales. Okay.
He said what they are doing is responding to the ideas that the people already have and representing the people who do not have a voice. Power represents prosperity, opportunity, wellness, equality, and regional impact. Chrislyn John, GBN News.
The political jabs continue between the NDC and NMP leaders as June 23rd gets closer. Deacon Mitchell on Sunday responded to a recent statement thrown at him by Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell. More in this Rena Per-Thomas report.
The political platforms continue to get hotter in Grenada as verbal punches are being thrown by the political leaders of the National Democratic Congress and the New National Party. Last Wednesday, Prime Minister and leader of the New National Party, Dr. Keith Mitchell, accused a corporate lawyer of always suing people.
Something has happened. Every time the man get a little leaks, he threatening people to sue them. He's Mr. Sue. He's Mr. Sue. When you see him say Sue, Sue. Sue, Sue. The amount of things they say about Peter already, I myself run my mouth on him already. He never tried to sue me. When you're in public life, you have to take leaks. Who take more leaks than this man standing here tonight? A proud home that George Brizan once built with his own hands was last summer effectively bought over by a certain law firm. Where did they? Come and sue me. Where did they? Come and sue me.
The statement was made by Dr. Mitchell during his launch as caretaker for St. George Northwest last week in Mount Morris. Deacon Mitchell said the NDC will take the high ground and not be dragged into gutter politics. However, he sought to enlighten Prime Minister Mitchell from the podium of the NDC's rally on Sunday at Riverside, St. Patrick.
So I not to sue you. I don't need to sue you. I've done enough of that. And you've lost every case. And so when I take on this case on behalf of the people of Piti Martin, Karakou and Grenada on the 23rd of June 2022, you know what the outcome is going to be.
The NDC leader did not stop there in his comments, but somewhat released a side of him that surprised some of his supporters.
So you could call me Susu. I will accept the Susu because I am going to help the people of Grenada to put the little 1-1 money together and ensure that we can give it to the next person and improve their lives. So as I said in Rukane Junction last night, and I want you to join me in the chant, Bangers bust, but Susu doesn't. Bangers bust, but Susu doesn't. Bangers bust, but Susu doesn't. So take Susu in you.
With just about a month away from June 23rd, the election jabs are expected to intensify. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Please be advised that our office has been relocated to Steele's Commercial Complex, Grandance St. George. We at CGI, Consumers Guarantee Insurance Company Limited, look forward to serving you at our new location. Call us on telephone number 440-0217 or visit our website www.insurecgi.com.
Grenada Conference of Seventh-day Adventists presents the Bible Speaks Empowerment Series with international evangelist and motivational speaker, Pastor Marvin Smith. Join us for this life-changing series starting Saturday, 21st of May and continuing nightly at Maribor Seventh-day Adventist Church in St. Andrews. Come experience powerful preaching and practical solution to life's challenges from the Word of God. This dynamic series will also be streamed live at 7 p.m. nightly on Mission Life GND via YouTube and Facebook. Connect with us. It will be pure awesomeness.
Introducing Color by Sissons. 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 Color by Sissons.
RENDEC Community Partnership Initiative, supporting education.
The project for our school is the expansion of the school feeding department and home economics department. Our previous kitchen area has been very small and sometimes it became congested. Therefore, we would like to say a heartfelt thank you to Grenada for partnering with us in ensuring that we improve the quality of education that we provide here at River Sally Government School.
RENDEC, energizing our community.
The most anticipated family fun-filled event on the GBN calendar is back. The Maggie King of the Grill. Join us on June 4th at Mount Rouge. Be part of the culinary masterpiece as the best grillers on island compete for the coveted title of the Maggie King of the Grill. Think you have what it takes? Be part of the action. June 4th. Book your spot. If not, step away from the grill if you can't handle the heat. Maggie King of the Grill is sponsored by Maggie, Matuk's Barbecue Sauce, Rubis, Dasani Water, Calico Shopping Center, Duty Free Caribbean, and Siesta Hotel. GBN Television News at 7, a pulse on all things Grenadian. Look out for our new features through expanded synergies with our media partners in Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica, Trinidad, and beyond. Capturing the latest in news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Credible, informative. Thank you for making us number one. News at 7, live, Monday to Friday on GBN Television, Channel 7 and 11. K105.5 and 105.9, Hot 98.5 and 98.7, GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel, and www.gbn.gd. GBN, with you anywhere and everywhere.
And of course, we're heading back into the morning show. We are live on K105 as well as Hot FM and GBN TV. All right.
What do we
So we're linking back up with Gary, Mr. Smooth.
Hangman.
Oh, whatever.
What the hell kind of mission is it?
All right, so we, of course, had a riddle for today, sponsored by the computer store located in the Spiceland Mall. Now, the first person to submit a phone picture as well as an accompanying voice note with the correct answer wins a computer mouse from the computer store. And that's so, it's so useful. You definitely need those. And the riddle for today is what has 13 hearts but no other organ? So be sure to hit up the WhatsApp and get those in as soon as you can. All right. So I see we have a few that came in. So let me go to the very first one. I want to make sure we absolutely fair. All right. So we are taking in this one. 13 hearts, but no other organs. That is so strange because how could you have a heart but nothing else? So we really want to figure that one out this morning. So we're heading over to the WhatsApp, and of course the number is 435-2041, and you can send us a WhatsApp with that number. By now you should just have that number saved in your phone because we do these every morning. So let's get this one in and see what we are going to hear right now. I am giving that to you in a short. Let's go with this one.
Good morning, my name is Adria Belfort and it's a pack of cards.
Oh, a pack of cards. That is a clever answer. All right, let's see this one.
Good morning, my name is Jocelyn and the answer is a deck of cards.
All right, thank you so much. I love that there's so many children sending their voice notes in.
Good morning.
Morning Heat.
Cards.
All right, we didn't hear that one clearly. Let's do it again.
Good morning. Is the answer a deck of cards?
All right. Let's see. Next one.
I am Giovanni and the answer is a deck of cards.
Wow. How is it that everybody has the exact answer? Let's see.
Good morning. My name is Shana. A deck of cards.
Okay, she sent another one here.
Of cards.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Seems like everybody is saying a deck of cards. Let's see what this other person has to say.
My name is Ashley Regis, and I think the answer is a deck of cards.
All right, Ashley. Gary, can you hear all these answers coming in?
Hey, Missy, I'm here.
All right, good. We have a bunch of answers coming in on the WhatsApp, and everybody, every single body is saying a deck of cards so far.
Well, seems like everybody's got it right this morning.
Hey!
Unfortunately, everybody can't win, so the person with a picture and an accompanying voice note would be the first person that is going to win that mouse from the computer store. All right, so congratulations, whoever that person is. Missy, you're gonna have a task of deciphering.
The very first one, because I guess we're going in order, right?
Yep.
So the very first one came in at 14 minutes to 7, and this is the voice note.
Good morning, my name is Adria Belfort and it's a pack of cards.
And he has a lovely photo with a monkey on,
so we're gonna get that photo
on his
Timon,
shoulder. So yeah, that is definitely a cute photo with the monkey there. So big up to yourself. Let me just get your name one more time.
Good morning, my name is Adria Belfort and it's a pack of cards.
Is it Adria you're hearing?
Something like that.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Well, congratulations to you. You just won yourself a mouse. Compliments the computer store.
Congratulations once again. A deck of cards. Would you have figured it out?
I don't think I would have.
Yeah?
That one tough for me. That one would have been tough for me. I would have to really think about it and then say, 52 divided by 4 is 13. So maybe it makes sense. That one would have taken me a while. Yeah, but that was definitely a good riddle.
Congratulations, guys. Hey, we are here. Don't forget to share the live. We invite you, if you're on the Facebook right about now, even on YouTube. Welcome, guys, for Facebook Live friends. Hit that share button, and let's get some more viewers up on the live right here this morning. Beautiful Monday. How was your weekend, Missy?
My weekend was so good. It was productive, a good mix between productive as well as relaxing. For instance, yesterday morning I started off on the beach. I
know you got your little fitness thing going on.
Yeah, of course. I do. I actually have class today. I have my Zumba class this evening.
There you go.
Yeah. But how was yours?
Mine was likewise very relaxing. Had a weekend getaway with the family.
Nice. Ooh la la.
That was refreshing and relaxing all at the same time.
Right.
So here I am, back to the same old, right?
Of course,
back to life as usual.
I think it's so important just to take some time out, especially on the weekend if you're not working, just to, recuperate. It gives you a lot more energy for the rest of the week. I feel like you're so much more productive when you take that moment to just relax.
For sure, indeed.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got a chance to check out some of the political rallies over the weekend. I don't know if that is your forte.
It seems like you did.
I didn't.
You didn't?
I checked it out via social media, but I wasn't there in person.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, some of the links do come to my phone, but I think I did hear one of my neighbors blasting one very loud, and that was how I was able to hear what was going on in one of the rallies.
Quite a number of activities occurred over the weekend as far as political rallies are concerned. And the first stop would be over the weekend. It started in Carriacou. So Carriacou had the first stop where they held a political rally day in the name of Kendra Maturin Stewart. She's the caretaker there, and she's vying for, of course, to be re-elected in her position. She's been holding for a little while now. So Carriacou, who you voted for? I guess in due time we will find out. But she did her thing. The PM was down there as well. So we're going to run a short clip of Kendra Maturin Stewart as she appealed to the people of Carriacou to put your ex where, as they claim, in the house where, of course, the safer hands reside. You understand?
All right, let's see it.
Yeah, let's.
People of Carriacou and Petit Martinique, remember, everything I do it for you. I am eternally grateful to every single one of you. Thank you for the opportunity to forge a wonderful friendship with each and every one of you. From Madame Pierre in the north in Petit Martinique to Bellevue South in the south, I have felt your love. And guess what? I am energized by it. And so in spite of the many challenges, especially that of COVID-19 pandemic, I would not trade the last 4 years and some for anything. And not just because of the many things we have achieved together against so many odds, but especially because of the new partnerships and friendships we have forged and our deepening sense of unity and community.
Kendra Stewart, the brother running against her here in Carriacou. Just listen to my announcement, because I like your little brother. He has a nice little personality. And because I like him and I care about young people, listen what I'm telling you. This will be the second time he losing again. This is the second time he losing again. I'm going to ask her, when she win, give the man a little walk. Please, Kendra, give him a walk. Give him a walk. Sisters and brothers, They have a lot of half-baked ideas, unrealistic concepts, contradictory offerings, and pie-in-the-sky projections. That if it was not about the future of the nation we are talking about, we all would be laughing, but we can't laugh at the nation, sisters and brothers. The mismatch of candidates that I was talking about include those who are presided over spectacular failed projects, those who have shown an inability to manage even a small business, those who have been fired for inappropriate conduct in their businesses, in their business actions, those who have betrayed the public trust, some of those who have never worked a day in their life.
All right, so we just heard that clip there.
Keep coming and going in hard, boy. Keep going in hard. It would be interesting to see if Kendra picks up on the offer by Keith to give her, how should I put it? Challenger. I look at Walkner. Should she be re-elected? I'll tell you, Keith or something.
Oh God, who is the challenger?
I'm looking for the challenger right now as we speak right about now. Actually, that was on my list right here. I can't remember.
Okay. Is it the same person before? I know
Yes, he has a challenger before.
Okay, so is it Mr. Andrews?
Yes, quite possibly. I'm looking
cool.
of candidates.
I know we need I think I need a poster with every constituency right in front of me for the next few weeks, because we're definitely going to be in this for the next 3 weeks as we lead up to the election on the 23rd of June.
Tevin Andrews.
There you go.
Running against Kendra.
Right. But so what? He don't have a work already? I'm trying to understand.
Well, according to Keith, I said that them don't have work. You see, I think only one may have a work and the others are just trying to.
But isn't it true that when you decide that you're running for government for election, you also have to resign from whatever job you're doing
whilst running?
Oh,
I don't know about that.
Oh, so it's only if you get through?
Don't quote me.
I thought you had to do that just before, but okay.
Yeah, because what if you quit your job and you don't win?
Yeah, I don't know. Let me not say thing I don't know, but maybe some of our callers could definitely help us out with that one just to verify.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But, this. But listen, we had two massive political rallies happening yesterday. All right. In St. David's, we had Oliver Joseph. He launched his candidacy in St. David's last evening. There was a huge crowd there, and they heard plans to develop St. David's as the next major, as the PM terms it, development wave, and that will be in construction, real estate, and tourism. He spoke a few things. We're going to check out that clip of the PM in St. David's, and we're going to continue with more because we're talking to things, Emina. And don't forget the phone number is 435-2041. You could always call in, and let's hear what you have to say, all right? So we're going to run to the clip, Missy?
Yeah, let's do it.
The last time I was here in this exact vicinity, we were witnessing the sudden turning of a major hotel development just down the road from here. This project is just a small indication of the many developmental projects that are earmarked for this project, for this parish, and Brother Oliver went through a number of them. Indeed, sisters and brothers, there is a new national wave of development coming, and St. David's will be at the center of that development. In the southern part of the parish, tourism and related projects, small manufacturing projects, and advances in real estate market will turn this area into a central hub of national development over the next 10 years. This parish, on the southern tip of this nation, has been identified as a likely home of Grenada's expanding tourism product. In the northern part of the parish, we expect the insertion of a number of small businesses under the extended national plan we unveil shortly in our manifesto, as well as developments in agriculture and value-added products linked to agriculture. In short, sisters and brothers, more developments with more opportunities are coming to St. David's. So St. David's, stay the course. Things are going to be right for all of you. That is why we keep saying that it is important to keep Grenada and St. David's in safer hands.
Yes, indeed. So we just heard that clip from our current Prime Minister, Dr. the Honorable Keith Mitchell, talking about St. David. I mean, Gary, it sounds like St. David will have a tongue after we done.
You understand? Yeah. St. David is going to come like this new St. George's, boy. It's going to become like the capital.
Hey.
Yeah. I'm telling you, big things for St. David's. So you heard it from the doc himself, St. David. So what you doing? What you all doing? Where all putting all the X? You know, he wasn't Lamo, the Prime Minister, and just the other day, and he said that what's interesting is that they did their own little canvassing in St. David's, and he said, you know, that with their little poll and thing, they were leading in Deacon's parishing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were leading in Deacon's parish. Now, it's his words against anyone else. You know, if I lie, I lie after him. That is what he said.
I'd like to see the method of doing these types of questionnaires, because, you know, with surveys, there's always some room for human error or that sort of thing. Because I know that some people came to my area, and some of the questions sometimes could be formed in such a biased way that sometimes you really have to wonder about the results. So I find that a little tricky.
Yeah, I get you. Someone on Facebook, Aldith, she said he's still on every topic. That old talk not working this time around. Enough is enough. Change is on its way. All right, Aldith, we hear you. You do your thing. We hear you.
And I have to big up Roxanne. Roxanne is saying that you resign from your job after you win your seat. So that's what I think. That's what she's saying. Yeah. Because, I mean, it would
why if you don't win?
Right, that's kind of tricky. But I think it would be really unfortunate if we're like, say for instance that those survey results are true. It would be unfortunate for the leader of the the major opposing party to not win his seat.
Yeah, I
think that's kind of embarrassing.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with St. David's, but you know, Keith, we have some clips coming from the NDC rally. Plus, we have some side-by-side pictures. Come on, get ready with the pictures. We have some pictures. I want you to put them side-by-side because we want to find out who really had the bigger crowd. Because according to Doc, Tempe pasture real small. So they ain't going nowhere with that. You understand? They were in just last evening. All right? So he was making fun, Dockner, he was making fun of the fact that they had this seemingly big crowd in Tempe, and he was like, well, why is that? Tempe's a small pasture. Lhasa just is the second largest pasture in all of Grenada, and watch people.
Right. So we judging votes based on who attended rally?
Well, we'll find out. I think
it's a good indication, though.
The noise in the market is not always a sale, I want to say. So we'll find out sooner than later. But here is Keith making fun of the NDC in Tempina, because they weren't last evening. I know we have some. Timon, you come with that picture already, boy. So that is the picture of NDC's crowd. That's in Tempe. Line up the, if you haven't lined it up as yet, line up the NMP one. Line up the picture of the crowd in Lashington. And we're going to take some calls. Maybe those of you who've been there, maybe those of you judging from social media and thing, who you think had the bigger crowd yesterday? Because I'm telling you, boy, Tempe, traffic was a mess in Tempe.
Right.
Yeah.
I know the RGPF they sent out a notice about how the traffic was going to be rerouted for that day just to accommodate the rally in that area. So that's definitely good. And for those of you who are listening to us on radio, you can always check out those photos on our Facebook page, as well as tuning in live to GBN TV. All right?
Yeah, man. So we saw Timon just posted pictures of the two crowds. So you be the judge and jury yourself. All right? Missy, I don't know if you caught a glimpse.
Here is my thing. That's actually a really dope photo. Is it that they have the phone lights in the air? We
got a clip from Deacon where he asked the crowd to put on the phone light. We're gonna get to that a bit later.
What? That's like concert thing, you know. That's a thing that's happened when I go to show.
I tell you, it's a party. So let me take in Keith in St. David's, where he spoke about the crowd, because he could have, from his vantage point where he lives temporarily, as he puts it, he could always see from a distance the crowd in Tempe. So here is Keith speaking on that.
All right, so we're just waiting for that clip to be pulled.
You know, I live temporarily at Mount Royal, and I could stand in Mount Royal at my veranda and look down in Tempe playing field. Tempe playing field is a small area. I mean, to all respect to brother Nimrod, it is not meant to put on a national rally with 25,000 people. It's not meant. So NDC have today Sunday, NDC go in Tempe. And I see a few yellow jersey when I looking down in the pasture when I was leaving to come here. So when I reach here and I say the whole place green, green, green. And this is the second largest playing field in the entire country. Give yourself, jump up, give yourself a special congratulations.
Tell you, boy, Kido easy. So
Listen, I mean,
I don't know.
It's hard for me to judge based on those photos just because the angles are different.
Yeah, angles can be deceiving.
The angles are different. So, because with the NDC angle, it's a little bit above. So you could actually see, you could almost count every person. But the NNP angle, you can see, I mean, the NNP looking like more though. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because there's some people on the ground you can't really see. You kind of I need an angle a little bit above. So photographers, set us up properly. Give us angles we could compare.
Well, the NDC angle fairly. Nice angle, but that NNP angle nice too, man.
Because look at it. It's stretch. Longer. It's looking at it longer. Plus, there's people in the bleachers.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's also like some people on the side we can't really see.
Mm-hmm.
But you see,
Ingrid is saying here that crowds don't win elections, vote do. Yeah, we got
that's what I'm saying. Is who shows up to the polls and what people decide in their secret ballot. Because we do know that some people like the bacchanal, they like the vibe, they put on a color shirt and they're gone. You understand? So there's that. Someone is saying here, if you are employed by the government of Grenada, you must resign before accepting or contesting in any political office. And that's what I think I have in my head. Yeah. Because you're working with the government. Just like according to if you're a public servant, you also have to be, I think you can't show your support publicly for parties as well. But, people do it anyway. But yeah, that's something that you have to be mindful of. Mm-hmm.
Good luck to those who would have probably left their only breadwinning job to vie for the election, good luck.
Yeah, it's a huge risk, but I mean, at the end of the day, this is service to country, and it's it's service to country, and I do recognize all the people who decide to take up that vocation. It's a big one, and it's really good also that our leaders remember that it's service to country and not the other way around. All right,
sure.
So let's just take a quick break, and of course, we'll be right back with more. This is the Good Morning Grenada show.
Ultratech gasoline and diesel, available only at Rubis stations.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Grenada Conference of Seventh-day Adventists presents the Bible Speaks Empowerment series with international evangelist and motivational speaker, Pastor Marvin Smith. Join us for this life-changing series starting Saturday, 21st of May and continuing nightly at Maribor Seventh-day Adventist Church in St. Andrews. Come experience powerful preaching and practical solution to life's challenges from the Word of God. This dynamic series will also be streamed live at 7 p.m. nightly on Mission Life GND via YouTube and Facebook. Connect with us. It will be pure awesomeness.
No, that's not how you cross the pedestrian crossing.
Really? One day I just woke up and I saw pedestrian crosswalks on the road. No one really showed me how to use them properly.
Well, this is how it's done. You never cross before doing these things. They might save your life. First, when you get to the crosswalk, you stop. You look left, you look right. If there's a vehicle coming, you put your hand out, making eye contact with the driver, indicating that you want to cross. And only when the vehicle comes to a complete stop, you quickly cross to the other side.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact. Wait for pedestrian to cross to the other side, then you happily continue on your journey. This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
The most anticipated family fun-filled event on the GBN calendar is back. The Maggie King of the Grill. Join us on June 4th at Montrouge.
This is Good Morning Grenada. It's Missy, Chrissy, and Gary, Mr. Smooth, in your company this morning. And of course, we're talking the politics, the politricks, right? All right, we're just waiting for Gary to link back up with us. All right, there we go. What's going on?
Yeah, man.
Politics. Let's do it.
Politics time again.
Hey, are you gonna vote now?
Yeah, man.
Vote now.
That's what time it is.
That is what time it is. So, of course, we were talking about, just before we went over to the break, we were looking at photos, comparing photos from the various rallies over the weekend. And what else is happening, Gary?
Well, we're going to shift our attention now to the major competition as far as election is concerned, which is the NDC. Okay? And the political leader, Deacon Mitchell, he used the opportunity last night, as you know, they were in Tempe. He used that opportunity to honor the late Maurice Bishop. And this is where he asked for lights to be lowered and phone flashlights to be put on. And that's the picture you saw there, Missy.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So let's go to that clip where he honored our late great Prime Minister, Maurice Bishop.
Put on your flashlight. Take out your phones. Put on your flashlight. If you're at home, take out your phones. Put on your flashlight. If you're viewing live, take out your phones. Put on your flashlight. Today is the 29th of May. And on the 29th of May, in 1944, one of Grenada's greatest heroes was born. Kill the Huns, kill the Huns, kill the Huns. I want you to stand with me, P.T. Martinique, Carriacou, and Grenada. Put on your flashlights. As we observe 1 minute of silence to one of our heroes. On the 29th of May 1944, God gave to us Maurice Bishop. On the 29th of May 1944, God gave to us Maurice Bishop. He made the ultimate sacrifice for the people. He made the ultimate sacrifice for the people of P.T. Martinique, Carriacou, and Grenada by laying down his life for us. And so it's only fitting, Maurice. It is only fitting that wherever you are, watching down upon us, that we let you know that Maurice, we love you. That Maurice, we missed you. Maurice, we miss your hero. And we wish you were wrong today because you would be 78 years old. And you would be proud to know that once more, the young men and women, the senior citizens, the churchgoers, the prayer warriors, the labor unions, the youth, the fishermen, the market vendors, the farmers, the busmen, the taxi drivers, the hotel workers, the market vendors, the Imani workers, the contract workers, the travel workers, those who clean our streets have all risen up. Our teachers, our prison officers, our nurses.
All right, so we just heard that clip from the NDC rally. Gary? Alrighty, so we just heard that clip from Deacon Mitchell, who is contesting. He's the political leader of the NDC, and he was just giving a moment of silence, recognizing the birthday of the late Maurice Bishop.
Yes, indeed. So that was what the lights were all about. So he took that opportunity to honor Bishop there, but let me tell you something. That crowd in Tempe was more than impressive. in terms of numbers. If
Yo,
numbers,
those video shots though, those drone shots are epic.
Yeah, really.
Sorry, I pay attention to photography and videography. But those shots are quite mesmerizing, I must say.
Yeah. Kudos to the photographers and these folks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Was he all that he was saying right there? I didn't see a paper in front of him.
You mean if you are speaking extemporaneously?
It seems so.
I mean, it's well within his profession.
True.
Yeah, I think he's a great, orator. I guess that's why he admires Morris Bishop so much, because like himself, Morris Bishop, was a great speaker.
That's true. I've heard a lot about Morris Bishop's charisma.
Not taking anything away from Keith.
Right.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
Well, that's true, because our Prime Minister also is able to speak in that way without a prepared speech. We've seen him. I mean, come on, you've been the Prime Minister for what, 20-something years? You've attended so many events. Of course, you're able to speak in that way as well. I guess the question is being able to speak alone important, right?
Oh, definitely. And you got to give Deacon credit, because, like Keith would say, he just came from nowhere. And who would have thought he would have fit the role of a seasoned politician? You understand?
Well, I don't know if I'm following you,
Well, no, I mean...
But what do you mean by fit the role of a seasoned politician?
Because this is his first rodeo.
Right.
You understand? It's his first rodeo. You thought from the get-go he probably would have taken a little time to build up and, But from the get-go, the guy sounded very, presidential, if you will. I know.
Okay, that's what you're saying. You're saying he's sounding like a seasoned politician, because he's obviously not seasoned.
That's what I'm saying. He sounds like one.
Right.
He I think, he fit the role like hand in glove.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, and that's why I said we were having that discussion on Friday as well, where I say, what is your expertise? That there's something about having some sort of background coming into the political arena, and especially saying that you're going to lead a party as well as lead your constituency, represent your people, and also then being placed as whether it's a senator, a minister of government. You have to have some sort of background, and like you said, I think his background as being in the legal profession for how many years and dealing with so many clients, I think that definitely gives him that gives him that edge that we're seeing at this point in time.
Most certainly. The dude has definitely embraced. Sorry.
The dude. I don't know if I ever run in for election, somebody calling me the dude.
Didn't mean to so
dude.
Like, oh man, y'all please forgive me. That was like, I'm so sorry. I was multitasking here.
No problem.
Talking at the same time. And forgot I was speaking of politicians here. Can't be calling politicians dude. No,
I mean, if you see it that way, that's how you see it. You know what I mean?
My apologies.
How you see it. Someone says here on the WhatsApp, when you listen to the NNP's promises, if they win, you are tempted to think that it's a second term and not a sixth term they are seeking. Makes you wonder what they were doing for the first 5 terms.
On that topic too, Keith, he would probably say on the platform that he's not bothered and he's not worried, and from all the reports they are way ahead. But I beg to differ.
Who's way ahead?
No, I beg to differ that Keith is not worried.
Is not what?
Not worried.
Worried. Oh, you think he's worried?
I think there is a bit of, a little bit of concern.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there is a little bit of. I think the competition has caught him by surprise.
Really?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. I think he probably would have thought it was a much easier walk in the park.
Right.
This go around.
Right.
He's claiming that they're going to hit him at 15 again.
I mean, you have to always be confident in what you're presenting. Everybody think they're going to take a 15. But I honestly don't think that we're going to have a 15 either way this election.
You don't think so, no?
I don't think so. I don't think we're going to have 15 either way in this election.
Somebody's on Instagram or rather Facebook is saying, why don't you guys play the clip where NDC or NMP Keith Mitchell said that NDC is the best to lead the future, lead us in the future.
What?
There was a clip, I think it was a slip of the tongue, which is not a fault of the speaker.
Oh, just like the suffering a few weeks ago.
We've seen a lot of those bloopers. You know what I mean? We saw where one NDC candidate said that, vote NDC if you want the people to suffer again or something like vote NMP if you want the people to suffer again, something to that effect. A little slip of the tongue here and there, you know what I mean? So
it makes for great social media content, right?
Last night Keith was speaking and he accidentally, when he said, look at the candidates, instead of saying they are not the best, he said they are the best.
Oh, do we have that clip?
I have the clip that I didn't get time to put it together. Hey, let me tell you something. When we're putting clips together, sometimes you look for song bites to roll with, but sometimes you can't take every song bite at the same time.
Yeah, you can't take everything.
I mean? So tomorrow I'll probably get it. It's the way it goes. So I know you guys gonna hold me hostage for that. Oh, you play this and you play that, but you don't play this one.
Right. And we also seen that we had a performance at the NDC rally.
That was another surprise. This artist came from nowhere. NDC pulled that card by. They definitely pulled that card. And I think they probably pulled it in the right time too. You understand? So we're going to let's check out that performance. Crow from Trinidad and Tobago. He was at Tempe representing for all the NDCites. Let's go check out that clip.
Otherwise known as Crow. Who we voting for? The NNP is afraid of NDC. That's why they call the election so early. But early or late, it is a foregone conclusion. The writing is on the wall. He's going to lose the election. Grenadians can vote for this man who don't want to give the people their own pension. NNP must say farewell. People want the young Mitchell. I am guaranteed he'd go come last. Grenadians go vote out their mother. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drama and dance.
Definitely went there. So
my man remix a whole song there,
Word for word. You understand?
And he probably do it on the spot too, because I see you have a piece of paper in your hand.
Right there, and he probably was in a rally writing it as he get ready to go on stage.
Oh boy, I tell you.
I'm telling you, this is they've probably light some fire on the NMP right now for the next campaign. They have to step up. I mean, Crow boy, who they go bring next? Singing Sandra?
Well, in this next 2 weeks, 3 weeks or so, we definitely will be seeing some big name artists passing through. So prepare.
Well, I would think that NDC set the tone. You have to step up now, and NP. I'm telling you, man.
Well, I don't know if I would say so, because for instance, Crow doesn't appeal to me in terms of my age group and target audience. You understand? You see,
that's why you think I'm a younger artist going to probably be that icing on the cake for NMP right now in terms of topping what NDC did last night.
No. I think it depends on who you're targeting, right? So, for instance, Croco is obviously targeting a more mature audience than me. You understand? If they have somebody younger, like, maybe like a Chronix or so, then I would be like, hey.
That big money.
I know Chronix is major money. But you understand what I'm saying in terms of the age range. If they have, say if somebody else from Trinidad, like say if it's a Marshall or so, then it's going to be a younger audience. So I don't know if they set in the tone. Maybe they set in the tone for someone who is a little bit older. They would be like, hey, Croco. But for me, it's like, That don't mean nothing to me. I can't tell you a Croco song.
Well,
you understand?
There are a lot of people within that age demographic that would relate to Croco and on the list.
Precisely. And that's what I said. That older demographic is definitely going to be like, they set the tone. But
Big up to Joy on the live. She says, Keith, you are going down. Do you ever listen to this decent young man who is NDC leader? Loads of comments that I don't even have the time to go through.
I have one here as well. They say, tell them, Chrissy, Croco appears to me in my later 40s and older. Now, NMP also had Benjai, also a big name, and he also appeals to me.
Benjai? Yeah, Benjai is old news, man. Benjai was long ago.
Yeah, he's not trending as much as he was before.
Well, not even from the aspect of trending. He came quite early in the campaign.
Well, I mean, maybe that's to say, well, if you could bring Benjai then who are you bringing now? It seems like we have a caller. Can we take a call?
Yeah, man, go through.
All right, let's do it. Good morning. You are live on K105 Hot 95.
And thank you for the opportunity. I must indeed say I expect this year country a higher standard of discussion relative to the political melee that's going on in this country. But I want to say this above all. I am insulted by that clip and the utterances of this so-called Calypsonian Croco. I feel insulted. Bah humbug Croco. Regardless of who you support, I don't support NDC nor NDC. I support Grenada, but you insult me, take it and smoke it in your pipe. Bah humbug. Thank you very much and have a nice day, will you?
Thank you so much for calling. Wow.
Well-spirited.
I wasn't ready. I was not ready. Wow. And
someone
of course,
is saying, yeah, you know what? He winning all seats, but yet he making a big fool of himself. This time God will put him right down. Them Vinci and them. Lord gosh. Now, you know what? Let me leave that right here. I can't read the rest of that comment.
All right, I think we have something else in terms of moving away from politics. A BBC correspondent makes her second trip to Grenada, seeking to get a little deeper into the role of her family, the role her family played in slavery. Tell us a little bit about that, Gary.
It's a topic we've discussed here a couple times, and I think it's worth discussing. We may not have enough time to go in depth with it, so we're going to probably discuss it at greater length sometime during the week. But yeah, this correspondent from England came here. She has ties to slave masters. It was interesting that she came up. She came up to hankies, and yeah, she said that her distant relative was hankies. So there is a chance that hanky.
And when you say hankies, you're referring to what?
Like in Hanky's computer store?
Yes.
Right. So the proprietor? Yeah. So it seems like they share some history as far as slavery is concerned.
Okay.
So that's pretty interesting. There is a documentary. The documentary is out there, so you guys can check it out. They went into the schools. They spoke to some of the school students about their opinion on slavery and reparation and what they think about what's going on. But let's run this clip quickly because we're running out of time. When we come back, we're just going to quickly chit-chat about it and then wrap it up inside of Good Morning Grenada.
To establish a committee to complete research on the renaming of our streets and villages, along the lines of our forefathers and their accomplishments. And we're hopeful that this can be done for the 50th anniversary of Grenada's independence. Today, we gather to examine the period of enslavement and to ask, how do we see reparations for Grenada?
Laura Trevelyan, BBC correspondent and news anchor, who created a documentary after discovering her foreparents were absentee slave owners, expressed how she felt about the atrocities experienced. She noted that despite the abolition of slavery 200 years plus ago, the past still informs the present.
To come face to face with the way that this very efficient but very brutal system worked was really shocking to me. And what was most shocking of all, actually, were the tiny shackles that Nicole showed us that were made for children, because it was that brought home that children were kidnapped from West Africa too and brought up in enslavement, and so much thought went into their captivity to the extent of making these tiny shackles. Some blacksmith made those, and it's always the details which get you, I find, with any form of extreme punishment, and it was that which I found really gobsmacking. So I would just...
On her visit to Grenada, she spoke with one Grenadian whose family she believes may be linked to her family's ownership of slaves in Grenada. Umber Campbell, historical novelist, was one of the people at last evening's discussion, and his concern is that not enough is done to preserve Grenada's artifacts, which tells our history.
It is awful. And when you think about the cost, when you think about the loss of limbs and all these things, it was not just the brutality of the punishment, it was the brutality of the work that took a significant toll on health, on psychology. I mean, there are numbers that say that if a plantation owner had a productive slave for 10 years, he was fortunate. So the lifespan, the health, the brutality of the system speaks for itself. And I really, really want to see the islands, particularly Grenada too, protect some of those artifacts, because that's our history. We need to know more about it, and our visitors need to know more about it, because I believe that's how we'll get a groundswell of effort to address this reparation question. It's not a handout. It is justice. It's the morality of it.
The first reparations lecture was first held last May.
Definitely dive into that topic a little bit more later on in the week, so keep it locked right here on K105. Gary, thank you so much for rocking with us this morning.
Definitely. It's been a pleasure. Definitely a pleasure, man. Until we meet up again next week. Well, tomorrow we're going to do
tomorrow. You ready for next week?
Congratulations to Kirani James. I know he didn't win that last race he took part in, but I think he did exemplary. He did very well. So congratulations nonetheless. And boy, we wanted to talk about that a little too, but we're going to, I guess, delve into that tomorrow a little bit more.
Definitely. We head over to the BBC. Thank you so much for rocking with us. This is the Good Morning Grenada show. We're signing off for now. Of course, we're still here on K105 until 9 a.m. So keep it locked right now. Go over to the BBC.